This is our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm in my own lane. There ain't nothing else to explain. This is ready or not. This is our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game. Get it all in the frame. They ain't telling we ain't the same. This is. Oh, look, it's that time again. Hey, you on my mind again. World class international. Tell 'em meet me in Nashville. And it's not up for discussion, just a lot of walking buckets. One player get that medal. 4 weeks, it's all or nothing. We made the rules how we play right now. Give me the ball in my hand right now. Tell 'em to keep it a band right now. I think we hot in demand right now. Yeah, rise to the challenge, never ran from them. The roster filled with champions. The music sick is telling this is our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game.
Welcome back to the Music City. We are live with AU Pro Basketball. It's already week 2, and we're capping off the day with a matchup between the Gold Rush and the Eclipse. I'm Anna Camden alongside Cindy Brunson and Cheryl Swoops. And earlier today, this gym was filled with 1,500 middle schoolers for Middle School Day. The Glow handled business versus the Rhythm. Odyssey Sims went off for 31 points and 8 assists. And I'm wondering who the showstopper is going to be here tonight in this matchup. For a look at 2 players that it might be, we'll send it up to the booth.
Thanks so much, Anna. Appreciate you. It is Pride Night. Love is love. I love a theme.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes.
Woo, this
We
is the
do.
Hall of Famer. You know her. We are so glad to have you along the way. As for those 2 players, they're both newbies to AU in this first season. Caitlin Chen showed up and showed out in the WNBA, and she has picked up right where she left off, a captain for the 2nd week in a row.
Listen, I have been waiting for this moment to talk about Caitlin Chen. I know the kids were loud this morning. Caitlin Chen, her game is loud too. She can just score from everywhere on the floor, putting the ball on the deck, attacking the basket. Doesn't matter if it's over a bigger player. She has a nice little float game. And oh yeah, she can shoot it from deep as well. Caitlin Chen came to play last week, and she's going to do the same tonight.
I wonder how many points she'll have at the half, because at the half show, we will focus on somebody from Texas. Now, our second player also played at Texas. That is Ariel Atkins, another newbie, and OAA is locked in.
Listen, I am a former Red Raider. I don't have a lot of great things to say about Longhorns, but this Longhorn, Ariel Atkins, I do, because she is a bucket. She's coming off of one of her better games last week. She can score from everywhere on the floor, putting the ball on the deck, knocking down threes, but she also gets it done on the defensive end. Ariel Atkins was on a mission last week. What is she going to do tonight?
We are all going to find out together. These guys score about the same average per game. Chin shooting a little bit better percentage. Our referee crew led by Jason Alabanza. He is our crew chief. Sean West is our referee. Jessica Christopher is our umpire. It is the Eclipse wearing purple with the teal numbers, and the Gold Rush wearing the black jerseys with the gold numbers. And there is Zach Bunsick. He is leading the Gold Rush. Kia Vaughn, the head coach for the Eclipse. And it is the Eclipse and Tina Charles winning the tip. We are underway in game 2 of our doubleheader. Inside to Mercedes Russell, and that was easy.
Well, listen, if Team Eclipse is going to play a nice high-low game all night, Gold Rush is going to have to find a way to combat that, because the bigs that Eclipse has in Charles and Russell, they are going to be a 1-2 problem.
Nice step through by Bree Hall.
Well, and so on one end, you have Bree Hall matching up with Mercedes Russell. And Russell is going to have the advantage on the inside. But on the other end of the court, Russell has to come out and defend Bree Hall.
Ariel Atkins for three.
Bucket.
Just saw the starting lineup for the Eclipse. And taking a look at the Gold Rush starters, led by the newbie Chen, serving as captain for the 2nd time in as many weeks. Eclipse with the early lead, 5-2. Zach Bunsick, the coach for Gold Rush.
Well, we talked about Caitlin Chen in the open. We talked about her attacking the basket, just her ability to score everywhere on the floor. What we didn't talk about is her vision and her passing ability, because she does that as well as anybody that's playing in AU.
Kia Stokes at the free throw line where she misses for the first time this AU season. Ball is poked ahead to Atkins. Ariel waits for some teammates at the elbow. Nothing but net.
Oh, can we just talk about the mid-range game?
Yes, talk about it.
The mid-range game in the women's game is a lost art. There are a handful that can do exactly what Ariel Atkins just did. Ariel Atkins shooting the 3 ball, she did that, but I love her mid-range game.
Alicia Clark, triple try is true.
Okay,
AC with just her 3rd made triple this AU season. JC Sheldon with Atkins right in her hip pocket gives it up. Eclipse with its largest lead of the day at 7, and we still have 8 minutes to go here in this first quarter. What is working for the Eclipse?
well, I just think, first of all, just coming out, when you see your first shot go down, it not only gives you the confidence, but it gives everyone else the confidence. But what I really love is the very first play of the game, you saw the nice high-low action with Tina Charles and Mercedes Russell. Mercedes Russell. They just came out and set the tone and said, we are going to absolutely pound the ball inside.
Bree Hall stepping off the floor. Little athletic difficulty, so athletics trainers led by Natalie Trotter and Kins Mosley taking a look. Shot clock very skinny, and Gold Rush did not recognize. Turnover to Eclipse.
For Eclipse right now, not only do they have it going on the offensive end, but defensively as well, putting pressure on Gold Rush.
A reminder, what makes Athletes Unlimited so compelling is our unique individual point system. Every player in our league has a running score. Points are awarded or deducted based on individual performance. But a player's biggest points boost comes from their team winning quarters and games. And that is why we have the 2 captains that we do tonight, because Team Eclipse went undefeated last week. 3-0, winning tons of quarters and all of the games. Atkins at the free throw line, where that shooting motion is just a thing of beauty. She is perfect at the free throw stripe so far this season. See, even the broadcasters jinx couldn't get her. That shot is so good.
I was going to say, safety.
Atkins off to another hot start last couple of games. 21 points scored by her in a first quarter. JC Sheldon off the mark. Shea Petty with the rebound, pushing pace. Petty giving it up to Charles, former teammates with the Mercury. Charles connects. There's that midi.
Well, and the thing about Tina Charles is she's going to survey the floor. She's going to look to see where her teammates are. Does somebody have a better shot than I do? You're never going to speed her up.
Caitlin Chen earning a trip to the free throw line, where she is shooting 70% this AU season. That's about the only number that doesn't pop off the board for her, the free throw number. I'm sure that can come up. Chen gets the first free throw to go. You have seen all the teams play through week 1. We are into our second game here in week 2. So I have to know, of this group, which player reminds you most of you?
Oh, I should be prepared for this question because I know it's coming.
Because I ask it every year, and this is season 5. Is that what you mean?
But I'm not ready to give you that answer yet. Okay. I need to get through week 2.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. Eclipse missed its first shot of the day, given an opportunity for the Gold Rush to close the gap. 14-5 is the lead. Chen off the bounce, being defended by Charles. Little Yukon on Yukon crime there.
Well, and here's what will be interesting for Caitlin Chen, right? First-time captain. We saw what she was able to do last week,
right,
with Eclipse. And Eclipse, the entire team, they just broke up because everybody was in the top 10 on the leaderboard.
Right.
Because they won so many quarters and won all of their games last week.
Yep.
So I'll be curious to see how Caitlin Chen, as a captain, can wear that captain hat and continue to be dominant like she was last week.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. Chen unable to connect at the rim. I love how she's unbothered, though, by going in against the trees. That's kind of cool. Charles with the shot clock getting low. Nye turns the corner. Back to Charles. Step back. Muldrow corrals the rebound.
That looked good. I was like, okay, step back.
Right? Muldrow triple is good. Muldrow with her 5th made three-pointer this AU season. The three-point shot was a weapon for her a season ago. Here we go again. Petty off the bounce, giving it up to AC. That three, no. And Kia Nurse is off and running. Nurse, nobody made her pick up the ball. Nice find to Stokes, who smokes it. And then Charles says, give me that.
Great attack by Kia Nurse. Drawing Tina Charles over. Kia Stokes just couldn't get it to drop.
5.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Team Eclipse, a perfect 3-0 last week. That ball is poked out of bounds. Zach Bunsick helping make the call. It will belong to Gold Rush. Ball out of bounds on the side. Taking a look at the week 1 notables for Team Eclipse, the 9th team in AU history to win 3 games in a week. Scoring better than 10 points better per game than the opposition. And they won 1,020 out of a possible 1,260 leaderboard points. That is dominating. Wow. Alyssa Peely back with AU in her first action and will shoot some free throws.
Welcome back, Peely.
Alyssa Peely will shoot some free throws when we come back. For now, we will step aside. So far, so good for Team Eclipse. They went perfect 3-0 last week, and right now on top, 14-8 here in the first quarter. Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is sponsored by Concrete. It is Team Eclipse on top, 14-8 over Gold Rush. Eclipse scoring those 14 points in the first 2.5 minutes, but nothing since. Let's send it back down to the 3rd member of our broadcast team, Anna Camden. Anna, what do you have?
Well, Cindy, it's a new week, so of course we're going to talk about the draft. I want to start by talking about some draft board climbers. Kia Stokes up 8 spots, Aaliyah Nye up 6. Now let's take a look at Captain Clark's first 5 picks. Mercedes Russell repeated as the #1 overall pick for the 2nd time in a row. Same captain choosing her this time. I also want to draw attention to a new face in the league this season. She was here before, but Alyssa Peely, keep an eye out for #3. She's an addition to the Eclipse this season. Moving over to Caitlin Chen's team. You might be wondering about the hearts, and no, it's not because Valentine's Day is this week. It's because Caitlin Chen drafted people she wanted to play with, people she felt like she had good chemistry with. Both players and captains wanted to play unselfish basketball. In fact, they're 2nd and 3rd on the leaderboard in those assists per game. So keep an eye out for the assist battle. Which team is going to come out on top of the assists?
Sharing is caring, Anna. Thank you so much. Alyssa Peely averaged 12 points a game last season in AU. Buries a couple of free throws as Team Gold Rush is trying to hang around with Team Eclipse. Chen kicking it. Muldrow, midi. Too strong, and Mercedes Russell there for one of the easiest rebounds she'll probably corral.
Probably so. But Cindy, to Anna's point, I know one thing that AC Alicia Clark said about Peely was she's very comfortable with who she is and playing with her because Alicia Peely did play last year. So Alicia Clark knew and understood what she was going to be getting with by drafting Alicia Peely.
Yeah, Peely is a Swiss Army knife. An undersized 4 who can play the 3, the 2. Still needs to work on her handle for that 1. But just devastating to defend. Nye steps to the side, can't connect from 3. Chen skies for the rebound as she is trying to get as many leaderboard points as she can. She missed everything there. Kia Stokes chasing down the rebound. Nurse pulls from distance. And it's Nye. Weak side rebound. Muldrow takes it away and will shoot some free throws.
Well, Caitlin Chin got the shot off but wasn't able to make it because even though Mercedes Russell did not get a hand on it, she absolutely altered that shot.
So Gold Rush using the free throw line to stay tethered to Eclipse, just one of its last 9 field goals. Muldrow unable to connect on that first freebie. That's her first free throw miss this season. She'll step back for another. Caitlin Chen will get a rest as Tina Pow Pow checks in. Pow Pow and Sherrod. Oh, that just makes me miss the Pac-12. Colorado, Oregon. I know Tahina had a ton of success at South Carolina.
Not too bad.
I know. Won a natty, the whole thing. Don Staley got her ready for the pro level, all of the things. But I know Tahina from Oregon. And what used to be the Pac-12. Ball out of bounds on the side for Team Eclipse. Led by as many as 11 in this first quarter. Offense has slowed down a little bit, and that might be because Ariel Atkins took a seat. Sherrod at the cup.
I love watching Jalen Sherrod with the ball in her hands. First of all, in transition, going coast to coast, she might be the fastest player out here that's able to do that. But even in the half court, just her ability to attack, put the ball on the deck, attack, and get to the hole.
JoJo Lacey and Sherrod battling for the rebound. Sherrod bouncing to Mercedes Russell. And Lacey picks it up, skips it over. 3 on the way. Hoop wouldn't have it. Mercedes Russell with the rebound. Nice find, getting it back to Nye, who will pull it back out. Russell, midi. Again, the spin out. That ball is tipped to Pow Pow, and here come the Gold Rush trying to cut into this lead that is now 9 for Team Eclipse. Rhea Hartley says, let's reset. Shot clock is getting low. Hartley.
Nice.
Muldrow at the rim. Good job to fight for a position.
And great ball movement. Moving the ball from side to side.
Eclipse started 5 for 5 from the floor. Again, a lot of that Ariel Atkins, just 1 for 8 since that time. And somebody got their hand caught in the cookie jar.
Jalen Sherrod just doing a really nice job of putting the ball on the deck, getting to the hole. And for Gold Rush, one way they can get back in this game is to continue to have really good ball movement outside, inside. But Tiana Muldrow doing a nice job of recognizing she has a size advantage down low.
Sherrod off the mark. Mentioned that players build their leaderboard points by winning quarters and games. So 60 points on the line at the end of this first quarter in less than 2 minutes. Pow Pow for 3. Short, long rebound, right back to her. Reset, still can't connect.
I think it's the rims or the basket. Because players that we talked all week last week about Odyssey Sims having not made a single three-pointer.
That has been
which is crazy. And Tahina Pow Pow, players that can just shoot the basketball from deep.
Yep.
I think it's the rim. That's what I'm going to blame it on.
Rhea Hartley, terrific take. Couldn't get the finish, but will shoot some free throws. Jalen Sherrod picking up her first personal. Rhea Hartley has yet to miss a free throw this season. Her Gold Rush team could use the points right now.
Wah, wah. Okay.
There we go. Why, wah, wah?
I just, the broadcaster jinx. It
I got
just happens.
You're just going to try to make me wear it. I trust Hartley. See?
Okay. My bad.
You know why I trust her? She scored nearly 2,000 points in high school. She's a shooter.
You have a reason to trust her.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice
that's
bounce pass. Keeley couldn't connect, wanted a foul call, didn't get it, and the Gold Rush are pushing pace. Unable to connect at the rim with Ciara Leslie. Another three, and Peely says, give me that. And then a miscommunication on who was running the break, and the Gold Rush have another opportunity. And this is just indicative of these teams playing together for the first time this week.
Well, yeah, we talked about it last week, right? It was the first time that, that's pretty.
That's nice.
But it's the first time a lot of these players have played together. Then you have the draft on Sunday, and now you have completely new teams. So players are having to adjust again to learning how to play with different players.
2-for-1 opportunity if Eclipse wants to take it. Sherrod. Shot clock at 4. Somebody's got to shoot, and Bria Hartley says, give me that. Plenty of time for Gold Rush, but Nye takes it away. Sherrod looking for a teammate to get it to. And Sherrod, nobody made her pick up the ball, and she'll shoot some free throws.
All right, that entire series
A little clunky.
was indicative of these players and these teams just playing their first game together this week.
100%. Sherrod stepping to the free throw line. Jalen's already got that championship ring with the New York Liberty. Can't connect on the first. Athletes Unlimited Women's Sports Bar Alliance is a national network where fans celebrate women's sports, athletes, the games, and each other. For more information and to find a location nearest you, visit auprosports.com. The pair rattles out, and that is how the first quarter will end. Team Eclipse with a strong start in the quarter, able to hang on and win 18-15, and the 60 leaderboard points per player on the roster that goes along with winning every single quarter. We are off and running on Pride Night here in Nashville. Grab a snack and come on back. Welcome back to the Music City, where Team Eclipse has the lead 18-15. Tina Charles has provided a couple of points and an assist and rebound too. For more on Charles, here's the third member of our broadcast team, Anna Camden.
Well, Tina Charles has apparently a favorite off-day activity, and it's going to wineries. She actually took her week 1 Glow team to a winery on Sunday on their day off on a party bus. Imagine being a rookie in this league and having veteran Tina Charles say, hey, do you want to come on my party bus and go to a winery on the off day? In fact, she said, I enjoyed these humans so much, I had to bring them along on my favorite off-day outing.
I absolutely love that. First of all, she's the WNBA's all-time leading rebounder, second leading scorer, and now I find out she loves grape juice just like me.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Well, so I have two things.
Whew.
One, I'm so mad that I didn't get an invite.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that.
Anna, when you get a chance, ask Tina. I know Tina took them to a winery. But it looks like they ate and all the things. I need to know if she made the rookie pay for the food.
Ooh, who got the bill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a vet ain't paying for that.
Okay. Nor should a vet pay for that.
No. At least not the first time. Maybe
Well, no,
later.
not with the NIL world we're living in. No. We have
I
a jump
love
ball.
that. I love all of that.
It is awesome. Jump ball, Kia Nerf Shea Petty, because it is Cheryl Swoop's favorite play.
Yeah. But yeah, we're not doing possession arrow.
And Gold Rush able to keep possession of the basketball. Chen from 3, no. And Charles is there for another rebound. So Team Eclipse led by as many as 11 in the first quarter, but then had trouble just getting the ball to fall late in the first quarter. And Team Gold Rush was able to hang around. That hook shot is my favorite thing that Tina Charles does. Oh, that's pretty. I'm telling you, kids at home, if you can put that in your tool bag, nobody can stop it. Caitlin Chen trying to shake Petty. And right there, Shea Petty proving why she was Defensive Player of the Year a season ago here at AU. Petty calling for the rock.
Yeah, I was going to say, and you brought it up, Shea Petty is one of the better defenders that we have here at AU. One of the better defenders in the W as well.
100%. J.C. Sheldon waiting for teammates wearing black and gold. The 3-ball won't fall. And J.C. Sheldon gets it back. Kia Nurse bottoms. That's what Kia does, that quick release. And just like that, the lead that was once 11 has dropped to just 2. We have something unique here at Athletes Unlimited that we just love. It's called a chair chat. A player active in the game steps into the chair, puts on a headset, and that player is one of my favorite human beings on the planet Earth, Jalen Sherrod. How you doing, Jalen?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Not as good as you.
I know, we're not coaching up here.
Right.
We're just watching some good basketball.
Switch it. Switch. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Oh, no. We love this. So, Jalen, first of all, how are you?
I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, that was my next question. Your second year here at AU. Is there anything that's different for you this season compared to last season?
I mean, when you just know the system, it kind of makes everything easier to read and to understand. So I just think it's a comfortability coming back for the second year.
Jalen, what are you working on to add to your bag?
Honestly, change of pace and better reads and pick and rolls. Just understanding, my speed, it gets me a lot of places, but sometimes it can also get me in trouble, and slowing down is never a bad thing, and making reads out of that. So I would definitely say change of pace.
Who first put a basketball in your hand?
Honestly, it was my next door neighbors. It was 3 brothers, and they all play basketball, and I used to just go outside and play with them, and that was around 7 or 8, and I've just been playing ever since.
I want to thank your neighbors, man, because I love watching you hoop.
I do too. I love the speed. So, Jalen, when you look at your W career, right? You're with the Liberty, you get waived, you come back, you win a chip. What do you think you need to work on consistently or get better at that's going to land you a permanent spot on a team?
I think one thing that's special about me is that I'm genuinely a true point guard. So just, valuing that and staying on that. And like I said, pick and roll reads and just making the right decisions with the basketball. I mean, a coach loves a point guard who doesn't turn the ball over and can set up the offense. And I think in the W, it's a little different from college. Like, you don't have to do so much of the work.
Yes.
So if you can get everybody in the right place and we're scoring effectively and efficiently, then I'm pretty confident that I'll land a spot anywhere.
Oh, I love that.
Before we let you go, can I give you one piece of advice?
Yes, ma'am.
Become a lockdown defender. There's a lot of players that can score. You can absolutely score. There aren't very many players that are lockdown defenders, and you have the ability to be that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to go out here, and I'm going to go get me some defense, and you let me know how I do.
There we go.
I'm watching. I got you.
I watched you at Colorado. I know you're a walking live ball turnover. Go steal that basketball and score. That's all I ask. All right. Thank you so much, Jalen Sherrod. Love the chair chats here at AU as we take you behind the velvet rope in the bench area to find out what is on players' minds. Kia Nurse coming up with great defense that leads to amazing offense.
Well, Kia Nurse showed all of us last week what she can do, and that is just flat out shoot the basketball from beyond the arc.
100%. She's using AU to get ready for her Canadian national team commitments that start shortly after AU ends here the first day of March. It is 29-25, just 2 possessions separating the Eclipse and the Gold Rush. Happy Pride Night, everybody. It is a Team Eclipse leading 29-25. The Gold Rush has figured its offense out, and only 1 point separates the two teams here in this second quarter. Some great offense here, Cheryl.
Yeah, well, one way that Team Gold Rush, they've gotten back into this game is just by ball movement. Defensively, Eclipse, everyone has their back to the ball. Tahina Pow doing a really nice job of recognizing that. You see here, you have 4 Eclipse players all looking at the ball. Bree Hall doing a nice job of cutting to the basket to finish for 2.
See Kia Nurse there. She has 8 of the Gold Rush's last 10 points. A big part of the reason why we have just a 2-possession game. Kia Nurse getting a well-deserved rest. She will watch Captain Caitlin Chen and company try to hold things down here with less than 5 minutes to go till we hit the half and the half show.
Oh, it's a
Little too tall for Kia Stokes. Bria Hartley just says, my bad.
Yeah, well, Bria had the right read.
Yep.
Kia Stokes doing a nice job of rolling to the basket, and Bria just overthrew her. But again, it goes back to these players having never played together before.
Caitlin Chen should win an Academy Award for arguing to the ref that there is no way that she could take out Alyssa Peely. She's like, that is not physically possible. That was not my foul.
And meanwhile,
that was amazing.
Peely is lying on the floor looking at her like, yes, you did.
Yes, that was hysterical. Atkins to Peely. Peely off glass, no. Good rebound by Kia Stokes. All the way ahead to Muldrow. Nice save, but Atkins is there for the steal. Atkins kicking it to Shea Petty. Tina Charles surveying. Woo, that's nice.
That is just too easy. That is just way too easy for Tina.
That's 4 field goals in the last 5 attempts made by Team Eclipse as the lead is up to 6. Team Eclipse led by as many as 11 in that first quarter. You notice Alicia Clark agreed with that foul call because she did not do her bunny hop. If she does not like the call, she will bunny hop in protest, and it is one of my favorite things to watch in AC's game.
So my ask is going to be to get just a lot of Alicia Clark's bunny hop.
Oh, 100%. I want it telestrated. I want all of the things.
Okay.
Kia Stokes off from 3. Muldrow, great weak side rebound. Pow kicking it to Hartley. Puts it on the deck at the elbow. That'll work.
Oh, that was pretty.
I love the confidence Hartley is playing with. Man, I know we're far above the court, but that stuff is just palpitating out of every pore she's got.
Yeah, I just love the shot fake. Like so many times, players will just catch it and shoot it.
Making something out of nothing is Tina Charles, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Protecting the basketball, all the things.
Well, Bria Hartley just doing a nice job of catching the ball, but a nice shot fake, 1-2 dribble pull up, and the OG Tina Charles. Don't hurt him, OG. And she had to let you know. Did you see the 2?
Oh, yeah. Count it. Helping the ref make the call. Tina Charles, the first to get into double figures with 10. She's looking to add to that at the free throw line. And she does. She's got 11. So the lead is back to 7 for Team Eclipse. The offense just seems to flow better for the team wearing purple. When Charles and Atkins are on the floor, another turnover. As Kia Stokes is saying she's being held, and Tina Charles is like, not me, not me. I didn't do that, no ma'am. Shea Petty with the Peely screen. Back to Peely, who wasn't quite ready for the basketball, because that's what Shea is gonna do. She wants to distribute.
Well, here's the thing. So, Alyssa Peely sets a really nice screen. Shea Petty uses the screen, she comes off. And Petty threw the ball behind Peely. I think Petty thought Peely was going to pop.
Kick back, yep.
And Peely, instead of popping, she rolled.
Yep. Pow. wanted to get it to Stokes. That ball is poked out of bounds and will stay with Gold Rush with 13 seconds on the clock. Team Eclipse led by as many as 11 in the first quarter. Right now, Team Eclipse is leading by 4 in this second quarter, in line to get 60 leaderboard points per player for winning the quarter. Bria Hartley says, "I'll take 3, thank you."
Bria Hartley looks healthier this week than she did last week.
Yes.
And her play, you can see that in her play. And OG is just going to work.
She's got 13 to lead all scorers. She has scored the last 9 points for her team. Tina Charles in takeover mode for Team Eclipse. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 60 leaderboard points on the line for the team that wins this quarter. Atkins on the deck, can't stop Pow Pow. Great recognition by Tahina to see the shot clock was about to expire. And a nice job by Muldrow to get that O board.
Did it hit the rim?
I think so. Clock reset. I think it grazed the rim. That ball is poked out of bounds, and now it will be belonging to Team Eclipse. Look at the experience.
Well,
here.
this is what she's done her entire career. Her pace, her patience, just a nice little runner off of 1 foot. Tina Charles, like, people have asked her, when are you retiring? And when you watch her play and do things like this,
Why? Why should she?
she's still getting it done.
Yes, 1,000%. And you know what I bet it is? It's the grape juice, extending her longevity. Well, I vote for
I should
that.
have had more grape juice.
Right? Healy buries the 3.
Pretty.
That's how we know her. That's how we love her. Pac-12 Freshman of the Year with USC, and then a Pac-12 Player of the Year as she finished her career at Utah. A minute to go here before we hit the half. Team Eclipse with the lead by 9 in the game. Pow Pow floater. Ooh, the hoop wouldn't have it. Dang, that was a pretty move. Shea Petty looking for folks wearing purple. That 3 too strong. Aaliyah Nye was unable to connect. 2 for 1 if Gold Rush wants it, but they didn't go fast enough. Turning the corner, and they'll ticket Peely for the personal. A reminder, the half show is coming up. Cheryl Swoops will share a little information for you about the history of women's basketball. And because we got the big 4-5 matchup between Texas and Vanderbilt tomorrow, Vic Schaefer is stopping by as well. Pow Pow at the rack. So right now, Team Eclipse winning the quarter 21-17, and the 60 leaderboard points per player that will go along with that quarter win. Atkins creating space, but doesn't pull. Now she does. Ooh, just short. Peely, rebound, putback is good. Alyssa Peely up to 7 points. She and Tina Charles have just been offensive here in the second quarter. Kia Stokes kicking it to the corner. That 3 is blocked by Coates. And that is how the half will end. How about Coates getting up and getting demonstrative?
Elena Coates was all on top of that one. She said, not today.
So double figure scoring by Tina Charles for Team Eclipse in that second quarter. A big part of the reason why Team Eclipse was able to win back-to-back quarters and the 120 leaderboard points that go along with that. Remember, 60 points for all players as Team Eclipse wins this quarter to go along with the first quarter as well. So let's kick it down to the third member of our broadcast team, Anna Camden with AA.
Ariel, you're out of breath. I know you just worked your butt off out there. You're good. You guys just won both quarters. What went well for you?
I think we're moving the ball really well and playing off of each other. I mean, you can hear us out there. We're hollering at each other. We're talking. So, yeah, communicating.
2 more quarters left. How do you stay consistent and close this one out?
Stay consistent to who we are. Basketball is a game that ebbs and flows, ups and downs. We just got to be able to handle them attacking downhill and not let them kick out to their shooters. And just make it hard for them and continue to be who we are.
All right, go catch your breath. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Anna. Ariel Atkins with 7 points and 3 rebounds. Tina Charles leading all scorers with 13, including 11 in that huge second quarter. Coming up next, the half show. Stick and stay. Welcome back to Nashville. I have never been more jealous of Teresa Plaisance in my life. She is handing bowls to the Red Panda for halftime. This is unbelievable. And it's Pride Night. Shoot, I may as well go ahead and pass on out. This is so exciting. Team Eclipse has the lead at the half, 41-32, as Red Panda does her thing. I have to let my Hall of Famer, my sister from the Mister, do her thing. Cheryl Swoops, teaching us a little something we need to know about women's basketball history. Cheryl.
Well, Cindy, I'm not the Red Panda, but hopefully this will get you as excited as well. You know they say you can't grow the game if you don't know the game. So today we are going to honor Nera White. Nera was one of the coldest winners women's basketball has ever seen, and still somehow under-talked about. Why is Nera a legend? She was a 10-time AAU All-American. That alone, to me, is wild. A 2-time AAU national champion with the Nashville Business College Flyers, she was one of the most dominant forwards of the 1950s through the 60s. She's also known for her strength, toughness, rebounding, and her clutch scoring. Nera was inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in 1992. She was one of the greatest players pre-Title IX era. She also helped prove women's basketball could be physical, competitive, and high level. Nera White walked so the league could run. Speaking of legends, Cindy told you we have one, a living legend here in the house with us today. We have the one and only, Coach Vic Schaefer. How you doing, Coach?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for being here.
You bet.
So, in case people can't tell, I see the whistle, I see the sweats, the shoes. I'm going to ask, did you just leave practice?
Well, when we come to town on the road, we always go eat dinner and then we go shoot. It's a very casual shoot, but we shoot for about 30, 40 minutes in the gym we're going to play in the next day. So I just came from Memorial Gymnasium getting some shots up with the team.
Well, I appreciate you taking time.
Absolutely.
We won't keep you too long, but I'm so super excited to have you
Great
here.
to see you, yeah.
So excited. So, Coach, this is your 6th season as Texas head coach after 8 seasons with Mississippi State.
Yeah.
When you took over at Texas, what was the first cultural standard that you implemented?
You know, we have a saying in our locker room, and we've always had it, it's not what we do, but how we do it. That separates us from the rest of the country. And anytime you take over a program, you know, the way things were done and the way things that are going to be done are sometimes, you know, different. And so a lot of times you have to, if you retain some kids from the previous team, you got to instill in them the way we're going to do things and our work ethic. And, you know, everybody does it different. No judgment passed, but there's a way we do things. And again, I'm sure they do the same shell drill, the same rebounding drill down the street across the country, but it's not what we do, but how we do it that I really feel like separates us. So there's an accountability piece to everything we do.
Absolutely. And you're born and raised in Austin, Texas, so it's safe to say that this was your dream job. So how does it feel to be back home coaching at UT?
Yeah, it's, you know, I wouldn't have left Mississippi State for any other job but this one. I literally officed 2 blocks from where I was born. My parents are both buried 65 miles from Austin and LaGrange, Texas, where I grew up at Granny's on weekends. And so we have a lot of friends in the area. And, of course, I grew up on the south side of Houston. After I was born in Austin, we moved to Houston pretty early. So I'm close, but it is back in an area that I'm very familiar with. And, you know, to me, it was the best job in the country. That's the only reason I left Mississippi State. I had we had wonderful friends. Obviously, we had developed a pretty good program there.
Yeah.
And left a really good young team. Rakia Jackson had just played for me for 1 year, and I thought she was going to be, what she ended up being. But I would have loved to have coached her all 4 years, along with some other kids that we ended up, having to lead. But it's been good.
Yeah, Rakia, absolutely one of the ones. I followed her at Mississippi State and thought she would be exactly what she is in the W. So a fun one here. You get an opportunity to hire your daughter, Blair. So Blair is on your staff.
Yeah.
What's it like coaching alongside your daughter?
Man, it's special. She played for me at Mississippi State, earned her way there as a player. Ended up being on the all-defensive team in the Southeastern Conference, took over 90 charges in her career. Tried to get her to stay immediately, but she wanted to do what you're doing. She wanted to go into TV and call games, and so she went to work for the SEC Network and ESPN and did that for a year. I tried like heck to get her to stay on because I had a young team coming in, and I really could have used her, and she just thought this was her calling. And about the middle of February, she called me crying one day. She says, I think I figured it out. And I said, good Lord, what's happened now? She said, I think I want to coach. And I said, well, okay, that's great. But you finish up your obligations with the SEC Network, with ESPN, and then we'll talk about it in April. And the rest is history. What's unique about Blair, she's had every position on a staff. She's been player development. She's been director of ops. She's worked her way up now as a full-time assistant, and she's going to be a great head coach one day, Cheryl.
Yeah. So what's harder, coaching her or being her boss?
Just like when she was a player, she's earned her way. She's a heck of a recruiter. She knows the game. She sees the game so well. You'll see us together a lot on the sidelines communicating. She sees things that I need her to see that I don't see sometimes, as my whole staff does. But, coaching her was a lot of fun. I mean, we won a lot of games together, and she's so tough. Obviously, again, took 90 charges in her career on the All-SEC defensive team. She earned her way, but she's earned her way as a coach, too, and she's going to be a heck of a head coach one day.
Well, listen, she was tough. You currently have a lot of tough ones on your team. You got a big matchup tomorrow, 4-5 with Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
I want to talk about one that I think is just a leader and a special, and that's Rory Harmon. What makes Rory so special?
Man, she's generational. They just don't make them like her. God made a special kid right there. I'm telling you, she'll pick your butt up at the city limit sign and show you the door when she's done with you and the game's over. I mean, she will guard you baseline to baseline, make life miserable for you, and then she'll run your team, on the offensive end and get everybody in the right place, get the ball to the right people at the right time, and then you better not take your eye off her because she'll make you pay too. So she's just really special. If they hired me tomorrow in the W, she'd be the first one I'd go get because she can run a team. She knows leadership. She knows playbook. She knows players. She knows what we're doing and how we're doing it. And she's an extension of me on the floor.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I want to ask you one more before we let you go. You got a big game tomorrow. On the other side, you talk about Rory being special. On the other side for Vanderbilt, Michaela Blakes is having a phenomenal season. What's it going to take for you guys to beat Vanderbilt tomorrow? Yeah,
Michaela's really special, no question. And, they're having a great year. Coach is doing a great job with that team. We'll have our hands full tomorrow night. And, we're going to have to play well. I don't know that one person does it because they have multiple weapons. Yeah. And so you've got to be really careful with everybody. And, boy, Michaela's, she's a handful. And so I think you just got to try to really play hard and do your best and maybe change some things up on her every now and then, give her a different look. But she is a load. And, that's why she's so special. She's just really, really a special talent. Well, you're known for your defense. I'm sure you'll get it done. Coach, I appreciate your time. Man, Good luck fun. Tomorrow. Thank you. Great to see you. Thank you. You too. I appreciate you. Yeah. Good luck tomorrow and good luck the rest of the season. Thank you so much. We'll be back with more at the half.
Welcome back to the half show. We're capping off the night with some fun. Take a look at this red panda stacking those bowls on top of each other. It's a showdown between the Gold Rush and the Eclipse. The Eclipse are in control here, but there's still 20 minutes to go, so don't go anywhere. I'm Anna Camden alongside Sydney Brunson and Cheryl Swoops. As you may know by now, this is a very unique league, and teams change every single week. The top 4 players on the leaderboard get to draft their new teams, and this past Sunday was the second draft of the week. Let's take a look at how it went.
We'd like to trade you Mercedes Russell for a second-round draft pick and cash considerations.
Decline.
Good job. Okay.
Eclipse would like to select Mercedes Russell.
Team Rhythm selecting Olivia Smith. Team Glow selects Odyssey Sims. Team Gold Rush selects Kia Stokes.
I feel like I picked people that I really want to play with. So like Free Hall, obviously. And like really unselfish players. Like I feel like we're gonna move the ball great.
The biggest thing for me was the IQ part of the game, being able to put players in the right spots to be successful, and we did that last week, so I definitely wanted to do that with my opportunity of being captain this week.
Taking a look at some draft odds for you, there were 7 different captains already this season. That's a league record through week 2. Mercedes, as Alicia Clark calls her, Russell repeats as the first overall pick, and 31 of 40 players appeared on new teams. So many fun storylines with the ever-changing teams. Cheryl Swoops, I want to know, if you're a team captain in this league, who are you drafting first?
Oh, Anna, you were trying to put me on the spot. But listen, there's so much talent, but what I would tell you, the way Tina Charles played this first half, give me the OG all day long.
Yeah, she had 11 points of her 13 in the first half in that second quarter.
Well, I mean, Tina scored from everywhere on the floor doing what Tina does. She just has a knack for the basketball. She's going to get open. She knows where her spots are. Just takes her time shooting over Mercedes Russell. I love the post-up game. I see you, OG. Nice turnaround fadeaway jumper. Tina Charles said, y'all, I ain't new to this. I am true to this.
13 points on the day, 6 of 10 shooting, 3 rebounds, and of course her 124 points so far leads this game. You acquire the most points by winning quarters and games. So far, so good for Tina Charles. She looks like her 2012 MVP self. Just easy, comfortable.
You know, I don't know if I remember looking like that when I was her age. Like, she just looks so good. It is not just on the offensive end. I know that's what we talked about, but defensively, she's always communicating, always talking, always at the right place at the right time. She just understands the game.
100%. Kia Nurse picking up the personal foul, trying to contain Alicia Clark. Ball out of bounds on the side for Team Eclipse. Not the start to the half that Gold Rush wanted, as they start with a turnover. 3 on the way. Atkins, no. Stokes with another rebound. Kia Stokes already with 7 rebounds. Bree Hall. And Alicia Clark is there. Has the ball poked away by Caitlin Chen and picks it right back up. Boy, Chen is a menace.
Yes, she is. She is.
You gotta know where she is at all the time. Tina Charles calling for it. She's like, I got a mouse in the house. JC Sheldon is on me. Somebody get me the basketball. Clark hits.
Well, listen, I know that's OG and OG, Alicia Clark and Tina Charles.
Yep.
But Alicia better be glad she hit that shot. Because Tina Charles was on the block with JC Sheldon looking at her like,
how am I gonna do this?
Give me the rock.
Yes. Kia Nurse answers. That release is just as quick as a hiccup.
That stroke is gorgeous.
Charles. Sized up Stokes. Here comes the double team. Charles dropping it off to Russell, who couldn't handle the pass. And here comes Team Gold Rush trying to cut into this lead that is 9 points for Team Eclipse. Caitlin Chen giving it up to Hall. Atkins intercepting that pass. And then Caitlin Chen just being disruptive, creating the turnover. Good vision. Hall, 3, short. Atkins says, all right, let's just calm down for a second.
Well, Ariel Atkins, the previous possession, got her hands on the ball, a nice steal, but they weren't able to capitalize off it.
Charles has the ball stripped. She wanted a foul, didn't get it. And Caitlin Chen is pushing pace. Nice two-person game with Bree Hall. And Alicia Clark picks up the personal foul. And there was no bunny hop.
I was going to say, I didn't see the bunny hop.
She didn't love it. I think she was frustrated with herself. But again, if you see AC bunny hop, then she does not agree with the call. She will have a conversation with the official. Like, excuse me, I need you to explain exactly why you blew your whistle. Hall unable to connect on the first one. Be sure to follow AU Pro Basketball on Instagram and TikTok to see its exclusive content featuring your favorite AU players, including highlights, mic'd ups, behind-the-scenes action, and oh so much more. Hall able to split a pair. Gold Rush needing every point it can get to cut into this Team Eclipse lead. Team Eclipse has won both quarters so far in this game, and the 120 leaderboard points that goes along with that. Petty, triple, rattles home. Shea Petty told us when we left the arena the other night that she had much better games in her, and we are seeing that tonight.
Yep. We said, how are you doing? Not too good. I could have played better. But, you know, as a player, most players are their toughest critics.
Sure.
Right? But it's nice when you recognize that your game is off and you understand and know what you need to do to fix that. Just like last week, Anna was talking to us about AA, A-squared, Ariel Atkins.
Yep.
How she came to the gym early because she was upset that she wasn't shooting the ball well, didn't play well. Very next game, she has 19 points.
Petty for 3. The heat check. Okay, playoff Petty has been activated. Back-to-back triples for Shea Petty. Just like that, she's got 9. The only player in double figures for Team Eclipse is Tina Charles with 13. 11 of those points coming in the second quarter. Shot clock getting skinny. Chen recognizing. Sheldon, corner 3, won't fall, and Clark is there for the rebound. The boxing out by Team Eclipse has been impressive.
Well, I was going to say the same thing about their defense, right? Team Eclipse, their defense so far this quarter has been excellent. And Shea Petty on the offensive end, just getting to her spot, knocking it down from deep. And the smile. I see you, Shea Petty.
Those 3 triples that she has made tonight ties her career high for AU, set a season ago. Bree Hall pinned in by the veteran Tina Charles.
Team Eclipse, they're making everything tough for Gold Rush. Good take, Caitlin Chen. Big bucket.
So Ariel Atkins will call out the play for Team Eclipse, up by 12, looking to win a 3rd straight quarter. And that's what Team Eclipse did last week. It just dominated everything, winning quarters, winning all the games. Charles' turnaround jumper wouldn't fall, but a foul away from the shot.
So maybe it's the jersey. Is that what you're saying?
It might be.
Not the shoes, but the jersey.
It's the purple. It's the teal. I don't know. So that foul was whistled against Bree Hall. New players on the floor for Gold Rush include Bria Hartley, Rebecca Harris, Kia Stokes, Caitlin Chen, and Tiana Muldrow. Jalen Sherrod on the floor for Team Eclipse. Along with Aaliyah Nye, Tina Charles, Mercedes Russell. Okay, get offensive, Jalen.
It's a great take.
Speed. is so important. And now an offensive foul whistled against Gold Rush before they could even get into their set.
Jalen Sherrod doing what she does best, just putting the ball on the deck, getting all the way to the basket.
That speed will always get her an invite and an opportunity.
Well, she has something that you can't teach her, right? And that is her speed and her quickness.
There she goes off the bounce, and a whistle blows. Little Ginger getting up, helped by teammates. Little wince. It'll be ball out of bounds on the side for Team Eclipse. Ariel Atkins checking on Sherrod, making sure she's okay. 14 seconds on the shot clock for Team Eclipse. Atkins into Charles. Too strong off the back iron. Rebound put back. Russell leaves it short. You threw your hands in the air. Why?
Because you have to finish that.
Yep.
You have Rebecca Harris on you just from a height and size. You have the advantage.
Yeah, that's got to be a tremendous take and finish.
Oh, yeah.
Don't play with your food. Finish the shot.
Okay.
Atkins stepping through, blocked by Stokes. Tremendous defense there. Hartley with numbers. Over to Harris. Harris, too strong. Nice rebound by Aaliyah Nye. She averaged just under 8 points per in week 1. What has impressed you most about Aaliyah Nye so far?
Well, I like the confidence that she's come in and playing with. And what she did really well with the Aces in the W season, just understanding her role, right? Like spotting up, being ready to knock it down. I just have loved how competitive she came in week 1.
100%. Eclipse on a 10-2 run. Caitlin Chen off glass. That's the second time this quarter she's done that little nifty take.
What's impressed me about her? Everything.
Okay.
You know, and for her size, and
when the R's leave, it's really impressive.
Yeah. Everything.
Yes. Okay, I got you.
And I say this because there are parents out there, there are kids out there who will say, I'm too small, I'm too little to play. I look at Caitlin Chen, and she plays like she's 6'5". She's not afraid to attack the paint. She goes in, she plays through contact, she gets her team involved. I've enjoyed just everything I've seen her do so far.
Atkins trying to bounce to Russell. That didn't work, but it will stay with Team Eclipse when we come back. If you like hustle and finish, this is the league for you. Team Eclipse with its largest lead of the day, up by 14. Do stick and stay. Love is unlimited. It is Pride Night, and Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is sponsored by Concrete. Love that we celebrate love, because love is love, and this Pride Night is one of the best we have ever had. Why? Because Anna Camden is here. Anna, what do you have?
Well, Cindy, we're talking about love. Let's talk about some chemistry. Captain Alicia Clark drafted Alyssa Peely as a newbie in this season because they had great chemistry last year. Cheryl, you mentioned this in the first half. She knows that Peely can stretch the floor, has an incredible basketball IQ, and she was hoping that the rest of the captains weren't as familiar with her game so that could make its way all the way back around for the Eclipse to pick Alyssa Peely. And Alicia Clark got her wish. Here they are playing again together tonight.
Yeah, and Anna, I saw what you did there, the love and chemistry. I like it. But yeah, Alicia Clark, she's a vet in this game. She understands what she's looking for. She understands what she needs in her players. And to Anna's point, they absolutely have that same chemistry that they had last year.
3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Your first 5 picks for AC: Mercedes Russell, Shea Petty, Ariel Atkins, Peely, and Aaliyah Nye. You know what I see there? High IQ.
And players that absolutely understand the game.
Yep.
And you'll hear a lot of these captains talk about good defense. talk about that's one thing they're looking for is players that have a high basketball IQ.
Sherrod tried to bounce it to Lacey, who wasn't quite ready for the basketball. You raised your hand. Why?
Well, so when we talked to Jalen Sherrod during the chair chat, she talked about like her pace, right? And knowing when to go fast, knowing when to go slow. And that just doesn't apply when you are attacking the basket, right? It applies in all aspects of the game. So that last possession, she just needs to slow down a little bit before she makes up her mind what she's going to do with the ball. Okay, big girl.
Muldrow with a beautiful move in the post. What a finish.
Ooh, that was tough.
That was a weight room move. Healy, triple. No. Hartley is there for the rebound, and she is pushing pace. Hartley waiting for teammates wearing black jerseys with gold numerals. Kia Stokes down low to Muldrow. Oh, she's going to eat there all night.
Listen, if I'm Gold Rush, I am pushing the ball in transition, trying to get an easy bucket. And if I don't have anything in transition, I am going to find a way to get the ball to Tiana Muldrow.
6-0 run for Team Gold Rush. Clark can't answer, and another opportunity for the team wearing black and gold to cut into this lead. Good recovery defense in transition by Team Eclipse. Clark to Peely. Peely bouncing beautifully to Lacey, who kicks it back out. Kia Vaughn is like, no, shoot that thing, baby.
Everybody was. Okay,
Peely stepping through.
Peely said, y'all don't want to shoot it? I'll shoot that thing.
Leslie waits for the screen. 3-2 strong, and Clark is on the run. Sherrod has a step, kicks it to the corner. Nye pulls from deep and hits.
That was beautiful ball movement by Team Eclipse. Passing up a good shot for a great shot.
So with under a minute to go here in this third quarter, Kia Stokes at the cup, but it's Team Eclipse winning this quarter 18-14, and the 60 leaderboard points per player that go along with winning the quarter, which is why Jalen Sherrod has slowed things down. It's all about time and score for the team wearing purple. Peely will earn a trip to the free throw line. How about this ball movement, Cheryl?
Yeah, well, Alicia Clark finding Jalen Sherrod, who drives, kicks out for a three, finding Nye for a better shot. I absolutely love how every player on the floor touches the basketball for Team Eclipse for a three ball.
Big part of the reason why Eclipse has a very comfortable lead in the game, led by as many as 16. Lacey will have an opportunity to go to the free throw line and score her first AU points of her career. And these free throws are big because the lead is just 4 here in this quarter for Team Eclipse. So Lacey stepping to the free throw line. She played 4 years at Boston College and then finished her career at Rutgers. A reminder, experience the AU Pro Basketball deal here in person in Nashville. Music City's own Two Live Brew will perform at halftime during Game 2 this Friday. For complete schedules and to get your tickets, visit auprobasketball.com. Time winding down. Shot clock is off. Muldrow bouncing beautifully to Pow Pow. The floater falls.
Nice. I love how Pow Pow didn't just stand at the three-point line.
Sherrod to beat the buzzer. And that is how the third quarter ends as Team Eclipse wins the quarter for a third straight quarter in a row, and the 60 leaderboard points that go along with winning the quarter for every player on the roster. Here's a replay. Was it good? I think it was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she let it go in plenty of time.
She is so fast.
And that's the play you practice in your driveway, right? You know, time winding down. Here we go. We will step aside 10 more minutes to crown a winner.
You can tell them this is our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game. Ready? Yeah, I'm in my own lane. There ain't nothing else to explain. This is ready or not. This is our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game.
So far, so good for Team Eclipse here on Pride Night at Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball. Alicia Clark is in position to be the third team captain to start 4-0. Eclipse had 4 assists, all on three-point makes in that third quarter. That is sharing and caring in a beautiful way. There's a coach down the road from here at the Nashville Municipal Auditorium at Vanderbilt who is happy to celebrate what is happening here with Athletes Unlimited Pro Hoops. Thankful to have AU Pro Basketball in our backyard for another season this year. Thank you for the gear. That coming from Shay Ralph. We heard from Vic Schaefer at halftime. Cheryl, I need a prediction. 4 versus 5. I know you're going to be there. Who do you have?
I have a great game. That's what I have.
Okay.
But I got to tell you, Cindy, I am so excited to go to this game.
Michaela Blakes is worth the price of admission. I had her last year in a non-conference tournament in Palm Springs, and I am telling you, she lit the building up.
So there's so much I want to say. I don't understand why we're not talking about Michaela Blakes more.
I think because Vanderbilt hasn't been on the national stage for very long.
Well, they are now.
I know, but it's
as
been
a
a minute.
sophomore, some of the things that this young lady is doing, I sat in front of the TV and watched her the other day, and some of the moves she made, I was in awe.
Yeah.
And on the other side, for Coach Schaefer, I mean, Rory Harmon is special. Madison Booker is special. I want it to be a good game. That's what I want.
I think it will definitely be a good game. You don't have to worry about that. Blake's will probably go for a 30-piece since that's what she's done in her last 3 games.
Yeah. Just seems so easy for her.
Yeah, 100%.
And shout out Shay Ralph.
Yes.
Because what she has done with this Vanderbilt program, coming in, turning it around, and she has them in the national rankings again. Like, she did it her way.
Yes.
And that's what I really appreciate about what she's doing for this program. So, yeah, let's go.
Aaliyah Nye pulls from 3. It won't fall. Muldrow is there for the rebound. Gold Rush has some work to do. Team Eclipse has won all 3 quarters, and the leaderboard points that go with that. Nye said, get that out of here, but a whistle blew.
Well, and I don't think the foul was on Nye. Oh, it was on Nye. I thought it might have been on Coach.
That's what I thought was signaled, so Nye picks up the personal. Now Kia Vaughn wants an explanation, because Kia Vaughn is like, I don't know about that. But it will be Kia Nurse stepping to the free throw line. Alana Coates actually picked up that personal. You were right, Cheryl. So Nurse gets the first free throw to go and buries the pair. If you're Team Gold Rush, what has to change for you to win this quarter and salvage some points?
Well, I think what they did in the third quarter when they were determined to get the ball to Tiana Muldrow, I think they need to continue to do that. But again, I think they're at their best when they're in transition. If you have an opportunity to push the ball, get an easy score, a quick bucket, that's how I think they can get back in this game quick.
Muldrow picks up the personal foul, her 4th, so she's got to be careful the rest of the way. Aaliyah Nye stepping to the free throw line. Nye shooting 67% on the line this season here at AU. We have a superstar for a chair chat. Her initials are A and C. Alicia Clark. My friend,
hi.
If your team wins, you are going to be the third captain to start 4-0.
Oh,
what does that mean to you?
I mean, that's pretty good. It means I have great teammates that know how to get wins, so I'll take that.
Okay. Just say you know what you're doing as a captain.
I mean, I know a little something. That's a foul. Yes, Peely! Sorry.
Well, no, it's okay. So you just said yes, Peely.
Mm-hmm.
So Elisa Peely wasn't here last week, and I know Anna talked about the draft and what went through your mind. But Peely, what was it about her that made you say, yep, that's my girl, we need her?
Well, we played together last year, and so we had great chemistry last year. I love her as a teammate. She's a sponge. She's super intelligent. She can play at all 3 levels. And as soon as I saw her name on the draft board, I was like, is this on purpose? Like, is she coming? And so I was hoping my other fellow captains weren't as hip as I was. And as soon as I saw her, I was like, yeah, snatch my girl up. I need her back.
Okay, let's talk strategy. You've got all bench players in the game right now. What's the motivation here?
Anytime, even last week when I drafted, I wanted to have players. Sorry, I'm probably the worst person to do a chair chat with.
That's what makes it fun.
I wanted to make sure that I had, 10 players that I could play, and just allowing the young players to be able to get experience. Because this is the only time.
JoJo Lacey with her first points in AU history with her captain in the chair chat. And it's a 3-ball as well.
Yeah, but yeah, just getting, confidence with them because it's a long week, and having back-to-backs, you want to be able to depend on everybody. And it's a great group. I've been having so much fun.
So, AC, speaking of younger talent and players, and as an OG and a vet in this league, what advice do you give players like a Jalen Sherrod who's trying to find or land that spot, and a Leah Nye who's just a rookie, or any other players who are trying to take that next step and find a team in the W? What advice do you give them?
I just tell them to add value to whatever team that you go to. I hate the term role player because on a team, everybody has a role. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, everyone's role is different. So how can you be a star in the role that you're given? And so I tell them all the time, I'm like, find a way to add value to whatever team that you go to. Study it, see what they have, where their strengths are, where their weaknesses are, and maybe that's one of your strengths, and play to that. Just reminding them to be confident in themselves. My OG vets, Tina Thompson and even Candace Parker during our championship run, was just like, don't forget what got you here.
Yeah. I like that.
Absolutely love that. AC, I got to know a little something about the fact that you're going to be a chef one day. And what was the impetus behind this? I've watched your TikToks and stuff, and I'm no cook. I make food. I keep the family alive.
Good job, Peely.
But you inspire me. So who inspired you?
Growing up, both of my parents cooked in the house, and that was something that was not out of the norm. We didn't grow up with money by any means, and having 4 kids, you had to make do with what you had. And so we grew up, my parents grew up cooking in the house, and as I got into high school and later into high school and early college, my dad was like, you got to get in the kitchen and start learning how to fend for yourself. And once I went overseas is where I fell in love with cooking and just the process of it. And that was something that I enjoy. It gives me a release away from basketball. Mm-hmm. And I love to eat, so I'm like, if I can make good food, I'm doing okay.
I'm telling you what,
eating's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, between you and Tina Charles, there is a party to be had. Yeah. She will line up the wine. You've got the food.
Got it all covered. Kia Nurse
Cheryl and I just need the invites. That's it.
Kia Nurse knows how to bake, so we got all avenues covered.
Desserts.
Hey,
I love it.
AC, before you go, I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
So last year was your first year at at AU AC. What was it that you really enjoyed that made you say, I'm coming back for a second season?
The group that was here last year, I had so much fun with everyone. Just being able to be in this environment, playing professionally at home was, the big seller for me. Just I haven't been able to play at home since college, so to be able to have this opportunity, I couldn't pass up on. And then this year, I kind of recruited some of my friends to come play.
Yeah.
And so now, I have, a lot of my friends here, and just being able to be in this environment, play free. And this year I'm getting the opportunity to be a captain and kind of put on my GM hat and construct teams, which I find really fun, and it's been exciting, so I'm enjoying it.
I love it. You know what I heard? Future GM. That's what I heard.
Facts.
All right, AC, thanks so much.
Thank
Coach
you.
Chamath, try
Thanks,
to
AC.
finish out 4-0 to start your captaincy. Thank you, Alicia Clark, for stepping into the chair. Tremendous chair chat from one of the best humans on the planet.
Good pass, girl.
Kia Stokes with an and one.
Caitlin Chen. I am a fan, Caitlin Chen. Her vision, just her ability to put the ball on the money. Finding Kia Stokes down low. And one.
AC puts herself back into the ball game as Coates steps to the free throw line. Check that, Stokes at the free throw line. Kia Stokes stays perfect at the stripe this AU season. I think that's one of the best selling points for Athletes Unlimited Pro Hoops is the joy that this league brings the players. Aaliyah Nye reversing, doesn't get the roll. Ball is poked out of bounds and will stay with the Eclipse. And now Caitlin Chen is begging her coach to challenge, and that is exactly what is going to happen. A replay challenge on the out of bounds call. And with that, we will step aside. See the three and be the three. Lacey with her first AU points career. She won't forget that. And then AC reacting as a proud captain should.
Welcome back to AU Pro Basketball. We're in the home stretch of a great matchup here, second game of the day. And this matchup features Alicia Clark, one of the most infectious, vivacious personalities in this league. Let's take a look at her personality during draft week 2.
Week to the draft, and now you're drafted against the Mary Players pick. What are you feeling like right now?
It was a little sadness. Back. Hey. We would like to select Shea Petty. Team Perp would like Ariel Atkins. Team Eclipse selects Ariel Atkins. Team Perp. Team Glow selects Emma Cannon. Oh!
Absolutely love that. I love the Kia Von applause.
I like the Team Perp.
Yep, Team Perp. It is Team Perp on top. If Clark wins, she will become the third team captain to start a season 4-0. Not too shabby. We've got 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter of play. All starters are back on the floor for Team Eclipse to close it out. Clark with the rebound. I want to shout out our outstanding crew, producer Casey Carter, director Jordan Alvis, my statistician Jacob Underwood. Our replay official, Lolly Signs Zaniga. Everybody working so hard behind the scenes and in front of the cameras to bring you some of the best 5-on-5 basketball you will see outside of the WNBA. And it's all stateside, all right here in the Music City. Just a 4-week competition. Will get done before conference tournaments start in college, so you don't have to miss a beat. All you have to do is tune in. Shot clock getting very low. Kia Stokes doesn't get the roll. And the box out again, tremendous by Team Eclipse.
Yeah, the defense from all 5 players on Team Eclipse has been stellar the entire game.
Tina Charles with her second basket here in the second half, but I feel like she should have scored 4 points for that because that was so pretty.
Yeah, and smooth.
Yes. Charles leads all scorers with 17 points. She had 11 points in that second quarter as Team Eclipse really created separation. Shot clock getting skinny. Hall turnaround blocked by Russell. And another tremendous defensive stand by Team Eclipse.
Well, it's not just one player. It's all 5 players for Team Eclipse right now. They all know where the ball is. They're all active. They're all talking on defense, and that's causing problems for Gold Rush. Mercedes Russell just denying Bree Hall, keeping her in front, hands up. She got all on top of that. Just great team defense.
And as nice as that was, Mercedes Russell is so far behind Natasha Mack when it comes to blocks in this circuit. She had another half dozen earlier today.
Yeah.
She has been a super stopper. And of course, what did O do? Roll out of bed and say, you know what? It's been a minute since I've dropped a 30-piece, so she just scored 31.
My goodness.
Ooh, she was on one.
31.
Yes.
And she didn't make a three-pointer, but Odyssey doing what Odyssey does, just putting the ball on the deck, getting to the hole, finishing through 2, pushing in transition. Nice crossover. Oh, getting all the way to the basket. When Odyssey Sims has the ball in her hand, she's so crafty with it. She's just capable of doing so many amazing things with the basketball.
Ooh, that lefty magic. She was the MVP 1. Anissa Morrow, the first-time captain, was MVP 2. And Zaya Cook was MVP 3. So that is how things turned out in game number 1. Something tells me here in game number 2, unless Gold Rush figures it out. Oh, Odyssey is in the house checking out the competition.
Hey,
okay,
girl.
oh, we see you. You know what her team implemented today was rest.
Okay.
Nobody played more than like 25 minutes if they were a starter. And just like we saw with Alicia Clark, having a lot of bench players play, I think the veterans in this league are realizing with those back-to-backs that happen that fresh legs are necessary. And they are manipulating the rosters and games accordingly.
Well, which is good because we talked about that last week. I don't think Odyssey Sims came out the game.
No.
And I know on Saturday last week she played the entire 40 minutes.
Yep, 100%. So now players are being smarter. They're saving their legs. I love to see the strategy. There is so much involved with taking home a bag when this is all said and done. Leading the leaderboard, and it all comes down to winning quarters and games. That is the way players accumulate the most points in a hurry. Beautiful pass from Tina Charles, and a whistle blows.
Whew, that's beautiful. I love post-to-post action.
Yes.
Tina Charles just put the ball right on the money where all Mercedes Russell had to do was catch and finish, but she draws a foul.
So Russell will head to the free throw line. Mercedes Russell, she struggled at the free throw line a little bit, but I'll give her some grace because I'm just so excited to see her happy and healthy and hooping. Don't miss the AU Live Music Series featuring halftime performances all season long from artists including 2 Live, Bree, The Boykins, and Amethyst Kia, plus more bold genre blending talent. Visit auprobasketball.com for details. I didn't break my tongue that time.
No, those are some hard names to read.
I'm just saying, I'm the person who watches the Grammys now and Googles a lot. You know?
Did you say 2 Live Bree, or is that 2 different people? Is it 2 Live and then Bree is a separate person?
2 Live Bree, I think, is all one thing.
Like 2 Live Crew, but it's 2 Live Bree.
Yeah.
Okay.
But our producer said move on.
I was just curious.
Shea Betty turns the corner. Shot clock getting low. Russell
big girl
gets the roll.
Yes, I like that.
Mercedes Russell came in averaging just under a double-double. She's been filling it up nicely. Caitlin Chen off the bounce.
Good finish.
That was a great finish. And to not be intimidated by Charles protecting the rim. That was the most impressive part of that move. Charles trying to create some space against Stokes. Doesn't get the roll. Good box out by Team Gold Rush. 2 minutes to go, and Team Eclipse in position to win this game and the quarter as well. But the lead in the quarter is just a single point, 13-12. So Gold Rush has an opportunity to make some hay in the final couple minutes.
And if Gold Rush could find a way to win this quarter, that 60 quarter points would be really good for them.
Bria Hartley has just given Team Gold Rush the lead, and just like that, Kia Vaughn calls timeout because she understands the math involved. Yes, Eclipse is going to win the game, but right now, this is all about the quarter, and Gold Rush is leading the quarter 14-13.
Well, I mean, you're talking about a 13-point game, and Gold Rush finding a way to try and get back in it, finding Bria Hartley just sprinting out for a nice, easy bucket. Tiana Muldrow, nice pass ahead, and Bria Hartley for easy two.
Bria Hartley has 9 points. Tiana Muldrow has 10 and 11 for her first career double-double here in AU. And as you look at the scores by the quarter here in this fourth quarter, it is just a 1-point game. Gold Rush leading 14-13, and the 60 leaderboard points that go to the quarter winner.
Well, and that's probably why Kia Vaughn called the timeout. She said, listen, guys, we've won the first 3 quarters. We want to try to close this thing out. Not only winning the game, but we want to win the fourth quarter as well.
Yes. The game doesn't seem to be in doubt, but that quarter, the final one of the day, here day 4 of competition at AU. Shea Petty giving it to Russell. Plenty of time on the shot clock. AC to Russell, 2-person game. Russell to Petty for 3.
Oh, that's pretty.
And Shea Petty has a new career high with 4 made 3-pointers on the day.
I love when a coach calls a timeout, draws up a play, and the team comes out and executes it to perfection.
Clark leaves it short and cleans up her own mess, and then again leaves it short and takes a seat.
She just says, you know what? I'm just going to sit because I can do that.
Shea Petty, new career high, 4 3s, Cheryl.
I mean, the ball movement from Team Eclipse is so beautiful. Finding Shea Petty for a wide open 3.
So it is Team Eclipse basketball. Tina Charles, blocked by Coates, gets it back, kicks it to the corner, and that shot is blocked. Muldrow everywhere with those 4 personal fouls. Got to get the shot up, and I think that was beyond. Tina Charles didn't pull quick enough. And so a shot clock violation as the defense has intensified from Gold Rush.
Well, I don't think Ariel Atkins realized it was only 5 seconds on the shot clock. Because as a guard in a situation like that, you've got to keep the ball in attack and make something happen.
So Team Gold Rush down by 2 in this quarter. Caitlin Chen goes flying. And the whistle blows.
Alicia Clark is looking like it ain't my fault I'm that strong.
AC, I've been in the weight room. Can't you tell? So 45 seconds to go. The lead for Team Eclipse is 2. Pow Pow trying to shake Atkins. And she leaves it short. That ball did everything but go down the cylinder. And now everybody wearing a black jersey is looking at time and score. 7-second differential between shot and game clock. And Eclipse with the basketball and a 2-point lead in this quarter, and then an offensive foul. Tina Charles picking up her first foul of the game, and now Team Eclipse is like, hold on. Our veteran would not commit a foul. So now Kia Vaughn and company want a replay review. Our senior advisor to officials and replay official is Lali Sainz Zaniga. She will take a look at that play. What do you see here, Cheryl?
Well, I think Tina moved a little, but in fairness to her, she's been setting that type of a screen the entire game.
All game long. Yes.
And this is the first one they call.
And it's her first personal foul.
Yeah, and so that's probably why she had this look of confusion.
Yeah,
I've done this the entire game, and you guys haven't called it.
Right. 15.3 seconds on the clock. Team Eclipse with a 2-point lead in this quarter. Yes, they are going to get the win points for the game, no doubt. 180 of them. That's pretty nice. But what's in play for Team Gold Rush right now are those 60 quarter win points. And right now, Gold Rush needs a basket.
But it's absolutely a foul, though.
Okay.
It's a move-in screen.
I think the officials agree with you, Cheryl. And the call will stand. Anna, let's check in with you.
Well, I just had my head in the Eclipse huddle, and they're planning to be on defense out of this the challenge review. And Alicia Clark said 5 switch, which I'm assuming means they're going to switch 1 through 5, try to keep the offender in front of them. They said if they drive, do not help, stay true to your opponent.
Okay. So a little matchup, player to player. Love to see it. Kia Vaughn gets a look at the personnel that Team Gold Rush put out there. And again, 15 seconds on the clock. On the line, the 60 leaderboard points per player on the roster for winning this quarter. Right now, Team Eclipse leads the quarter 16-14. Shot clock is off. Caitlin Chen up top. Chen bouncing to Pow Pow. Pow Pow almost lost the handle. Muldrow just mowing through Atkins to tie the quarter. And Petty just hangs on to the basketball. So the game ends with a tie in the quarter, but because Eclipse won the game, they get those quarter points too. So Team Gold Rush should have shot a 3 to leave no doubt.
Well, that's where you have to have someone that understands what's at stake, right?
Yes.
And you need a vet who can say, no, we have to have a 3.
Right. Tina Charles, 17 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist. The wine enthusiast is standing by with our Anna Camden.
Tina, you once told me if you need a bucket, call on me. I think your name was called quite a bunch tonight. What went well for you?
I think just getting the rhythm, just being in week 2, just Kia Vaughn and Alicia Clark, just their partnership and just creating plays for everyone, putting people in positions to be successful in what we're known to do coming in. Just feeling comfortable, yeah.
Your team was hunting you in the paint quite a bit. How are you guys able to take advantage of the size advantage that you have?
Yeah, just using everybody. You know, just anytime Ariel Atkins is able to come off and make shots, to just make it so easier for us getting in inside. Adding Peely here, like she's just been amazing for us, adding another size, and then just Shea Petty in the second half, just everything she was able to do and just knocking down shots.
You use the baby hook like clockwork. How much do you rep that shot?
I've been repping that shot with Christine Daly. Shout out to Christine Daly since like 2007, so it's been a while. It's been over 20 years.
That's a lot of reps, Tina. All right, thank you so much.
Anna, Tina, thanks so much. Charles tying an AU season high with those 17 points and 8 rebounds. How is she getting it done, Cheryl?
Well, the running hook, I don't care if it's been 20 years because it still looks good, Tina Charles. She scored from everywhere on the floor, just taking her time, being patient, getting to her spot, finishing at the rim, knocking bring down a one-footer jumper. Tina Charles was so good for Team Eclipse today. And like she said, she's just getting comfortable in doing what she does.
Your top 10 spots on the leaderboard, led by Rebecca Gardner, followed by Mercedes Russell, Alicia Clark, and Anissa Morrow. Of course, all of that will change on our next day of competition on Friday. Everybody in purple is feeling good as Alicia Clark becomes the third captain in history to start a AU season 4-0. Once again, our final score, Team Eclipse winning 78-64 over Gold Rush. You can catch more Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Eclipse takes on the Glow. Check out where to watch on the website auprobasketball.com. For Cheryl Swoops, Anna Camden, and our entire crew, I'm Cindy Brunson. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you down the road.